can you tell me about passionate about it? And I'd love to hear from you what the company's about.
Mountain Mike's Pizza. Well, yes, I definitely love to talk about Mountain Mike's Pizza. Mountain Mike's Pizza as a brand, Holly, has actually been around for 43 years, if you can believe it or not. It was founded in the Bay Area in Palo Alto, where by coincidence, my co-owner and I, Ed St. Jim, went to college. We went to Stanford University way back in the early 1980s. And we recall the very first Mountain Mike's Pizza restaurant, which was put up in 1978 on the very edge of the Stanford campus. It was a single unit pizzeria at the time. Of course, we never knew that decades later we would own the brand, but we do have, fond memories of kind of trying the pizza. And then you kind of fast forward. I mean, Mountain Mike's just kind of grew into a chain, obviously, and sometime around the mid, 2010s, around 2015, it sort of came back to Ed and I. We were just on the heels of being franchisees ourselves in the Burger King system. We had 43 Burger King restaurants that we owned for 10 years. So, we got to experience what it's like to be a franchisee. We had 3 different franchisors during that period of time. So we developed a viewpoint on what would be great as far as what a franchisor would do if we ever were a franchisor. So naturally, we began looking at some opportunities to be a franchisor. Mountain Mike's came across our desk, and it's been almost 5 years now since we made the acquisition, and we've had just incredible success, which is really attributable to the products first and our franchisees.
I mean, you are clearly a very passionate person. I'm hearing it in the way that you're explaining Mountain Mike's to me. I can see it in your office with your 49ers gear. So can you talk about what drew you specifically to Mountain Mike's? I mean, you talked about being a Burger King franchisee as well. So it wasn't like it was your first entree into the restaurant industry.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate that question because, first of all, the pizza industry itself is a very attractive industry. It's a $46 billion industry in the United States. It's had very consistent growth over the years. The chains have really had an opportunity to grow kind of rapidly with the advent of new digital marketing techniques and, other kind of technologies has really kind of benefited chain restaurants, we feel. So, that alone, compared to some of the other elements of food, are pretty attractive. I mean, some of the other fun facts you learn about pizza that, on any particular day, 13% of Americans will have pizza. And 93% of Americans will have at least one slice of pizza each month. So it's the most ubiquitous food that's out there. And for our franchisees, it's a simple food to execute. Dough, sauce, toppings, cheese, simple to execute, also very profitable. So one of the things we found most attractive relative to our burger experience, which again is a nice business, but honestly, the pizza business, the margins are just more profitable for our franchisees. So that's one of the things we really love. The other thing about Mountain Mike's that was really fantastic is it's a pizzeria model. It's not just delivery and carry out, even though that's the majority of our business. We still have that dine-in component, where communities can gather, where you can have fundraisers, where the Little League team is going to show up and celebrate. That for Mountain Mike's, that full plethora of how we serve our guests is an opportunity because it's not a model that in the pizza business that people, have been going to. And we're, not only embracing that, we're thriving in that environment. Even in when you look at the COVID environment, yes, we had a major contraction of our dine-in, but our carry-out and delivery vastly superseded that reduction in business, got us a whole new set of customers over the last 18 months. Now our dine-in's coming back and our sales have never been stronger at Mountain Mike's.
That is so perfect to lead into my next question because this whole video series is called Snapshots of Success. It's brands who were successful in 2020. And you just talked about how you saw your best year and even Q1 of 2021 was great. I mean, what sort of helped you guys get over the hump of losing your dine-in that was such a crucial part of what you think the brand is, and then moving on to being only delivery and carry out. And now this year coming back, what has it all been like?
Yeah. Well, it seems like it's been about 3 years, but you know, we're one of the beneficiaries of this environment, so we feel very, very blessed. It's not without a lot of hard work on behalf of our franchisees as well as our franchise support center leadership team. But I think, you know, even in pizza, you had some folks that did really, really well, and you had other folks that, you know, didn't quite do as well. So what really makes the difference? Well, you know, for Mountain Mike's, a lot of what we did was really on the technology side as we really doubled down on our digital presence. You know, one of the things that was happening in 2017 at the time we took over the brand was Mountain Mike's did not even have an online ordering presence yet. So we quickly put that together. And over the first couple of years before COVID hit, we got our digital orders up to about, you know, 18 to 20% of the business. But when COVID hit and dine-in shut down, we really doubled down on that, and we furiously moved up our effort on our loyalty app, which we have since also introduced in the marketplace. So we now have a world-class mobile web experience and mobile app experience, and the percentage of our business now, Holly, that is digital is 42%. So we went from 0 to 18% pre-COVID, and now from 18 to 42%, you know, during COVID.
And so moving forward, you're opening up in Texas now, you're seeing great numbers for 2021. What is ahead for Mountain Mike's?
Yeah, I really appreciate that question as well. So Mountain Mike's is not only, we just signed, as you heard, our first multi-store arrangement in Texas. It's originally a 3-store deal. We think that's going to grow. And you know, another fantastic thing about that, Holly, is there's other great brands that that we aspire to be, actually. In this case, Jersey Mike's. Those franchisees are becoming very interested in Mountain Mike's. We try to learn from the best in the business. Jersey Mike's is one of the best in the business. So it's really great to see that we have some Jersey Mike's franchisees interested, and they see value and opportunity in Mountain Mike's, kind of the same way they saw opportunity with Jersey Mike's 10 years ago. Now Jersey Mike's is, you know, one of the tops in the business. So, you know, we're negotiating scores of franchise opportunities in Texas right now. But it's not only Texas, it's Arizona, Utah, Colorado, Nevada, you know, of course, you know, throughout California. I know I'm missing a state, Utah. Can't forget about Utah. But we have active development in 8 states, so that by the end of next year, we'll be in those 8 states in volume, and beyond that, there's even more opportunity. But you know, I do want to say that our numbers, I think, are what is providing so much interest in Mountain Mike's. You mentioned how we did last year when our dine-in shut down, and we had our carry-on delivery business grew 40% in the second half of the year. The first quarter of this year, it grew 50%. Our same-store sales are up 17% year to date, and our system sales up 25%. We had total system sales of 206 million last year. We'll be over 250 million this year. So that momentum, that interest is never been higher. As well, including our existing franchisees, where they all want to grow.
Will you have a party to celebrate $250 million?
You know, that's a really good question. I think we are going to have a party. We'll probably have a bigger party when we hit $500 million. But at 250 million, that's a real milestone, as well as our 250th store, which we are closing in on opening. That's also a big milestone. We're at 242 today. We expect another 11 to open this year. So one of those lucky 11 is going to be Mountain Mike's 250th store.